Hello YouTube, it's your boy J.H.M back at it again with another freaking podcast. And today we're going to be talking about Sydney, Australia and Brown University, right? If you've ever recently seen the video that I posted 2 months ago, I describe what the next play is, and I'm not going to say I was spot on, but I was there. And the thing that I want to relate to you guys is that this is all a part of a ploy. This is all a part of a play. They are really good, right, at foreshadowing terrorism, terroristic attacks. I'm not saying who, you know who. And it rhymes with who. It rhymes with two. It rhymes with you. It rhymes with a lot of things, you know. Just figure it out, right? And I talked about this 2 months ago in my video. Even though it got 12 views, the video that I posted said that this is their next play. I'm not going to say that I predicted this, but I predicted this, right? When you have a rogue ethno-state that's willing to destroy anything that's connected to it and itself, it will implode itself because no one else is believing in the lies. They will destroy you personally by themselves. They will do it themselves. They will go in there and get them, right? And I want to talk about this video that I had recorded, right? And this is on my J.H.M podcast. I'm going to upload the same thing here, okay? This is the J.H.M podcast, the podcast I'm in here. And I'm going to post this video on here too, okay? So, with that being said, let's take a look at what I said and let me correlate to what I was saying then to now, okay? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. But I do also know this. The Samson's option is a real thing. And they're going to go out they're not going to go out without a fight. Their prime minister is a war criminal, and he's always been a war criminal. And he also was blamed for assassinating the prime minister before him.
Then, as Rabin was leaving, that's him coming down the ramp. The man in the blue t-shirt approached. 3 shots from behind.
The Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, the architect of the Middle East peace process, has been assassinated.
The assassin,
Mind you, they could have been had peace. This was a process of peace.
a right-wing Israeli Jew, Yigal Amir.
Truly shocking news from the Middle East tonight. Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin has been assassinated.
Evening spent dreaming of peace turns into a national nightmare.
Outside the hospital, the crowd began to chant, "Bibi is a murderer." The sign says, "Bibi, Rabin's blood is on your hands."
An assassin has taken yet another world leader away from us. It was just after the biggest peace.
Bibi did it. Bibi did it. Yes, Bibi did it. Bibi been doing it. But his own people knows this. Right? His own people knows this. Because the last prime minister was more of a peaceful individual. He was looking for peace. But you know, the Zionism ideology, it's like, bro, you can't find peace with us. What is that? Just don't exist. I'm better than you. You're chattel to me. What is their next play? The next play is a false flag operation. Personally, I think that Charlie Kirk was a false flag operation. The way that I see it is that, okay, we're going to get rid of a massively political figure to feel a side, to take opposition of a side that wasn't responsible for said reasoning of opposition. But that's neither here nor there. The state of Israel is getting desperate. It is time for them to start throwing Hail Marys. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I've been locked in. I've been locked in. Me. That's me. I've been locked in. I called this 2 months ago. Now, this is the thing. We've fallen for a lot of their false flag operations. 9/11. Charlie Kirk death. Brown University, maybe. Sydney, Australia, possibly. We have fallen. I'm just putting it out there as a thought. I know people are going to say, oh, people died. Did they? You know, the same way that Charlie died? I don't think Charlie died. I think Charlie's in Valhalla. Kicking it with Cash Patel. With young Epstein, bro. Epstein ain't dead either. Or few. Come on, man. Y'all better act like y'all know, man. This man is over $1 billion trafficking ring. And he worked for one of the craziest places on the planet that sanction and take care of pedophiles. You're telling me that he's dead? He killed himself? A millionaire killed himself. A Mossad agent killed himself, knowing that he could just walk out the jail and be in Israel tomorrow. He is for sure. He's having fun right now. You know what he's doing? You know what Jeffrey Epstein is doing? Jeffrey Epstein is in a fucking synagogue kissing babies. We have fallen for them, a few times. False flag operations, we've fallen for them. Mm-hmm. And I think that the great noticing is happening. The American people are just not buying the bullshit anymore. I think that we have this stage of Jew fatigue. All right. I'm going to stop it here because I know how people get when I start talking about the J words. Y'all start getting all weird on me and start saying, you can't say that. You can't say that. You cannot say that. Right? Okay, cool. Whatever. I can't say it. Cool. So 2 months ago, I said that false flag operations are finna start getting crazy. It's about to be multiple of them, if not 2 on the same day. Right? And the reasoning behind that is because people are starting to take notice on the people who create these specific circumstances. Right? These specific circumstances is what these people have created, right? And the world is a stage. Everybody's acting, right? And it's so hard to keep up with stuff, especially in the political world. Now, if you understand how politics work, it's people being tricked into them believing that they have some type of power, right? Politicians trick citizens for them to believe that they have some sort of power contributing to the oligarch of trickle-down economics. What I mean by that is that there's only a small subset of people that are running the masses and only see us as numbers on paper. Just like how Israelis see Palestinians, right? That's exactly how politicians see us. I'm not sure why y'all don't understand that, but I do, personally, right? Presidential candidates don't matter. If they ain't like us, it ain't gonna work, right? And I'm not saying if they ain't black, because obviously we know there's plenty of people that's gonna roll over. Who's that black guy that went to Israel the other day? Like, bro, read the room, bro. They think that you're a slave. They think that you're 3/5. I will honestly try to appeal more to a KKK member than to a ethno state. I'm disregarding that whole sentence. I'm disregarding the whole sentence because I'm not trying to appeal to no man, right? only myself, right? The only way that I see this, right, is that there's going to be multiple more false flag operations to play on the heartstrings for you to go into war with people that you aren't supposed to be in war with. We fell for it multiple times, and I'm thinking that it's starting to die out and dwindle. The only reason why I say this is because people are starting to look at things from a different perspective. Back then, probably would have been some sort of kind of, conspiracy theory. But the only thing about conspiracy theories is the timing. It's just too early. Not wrong, just early. Wrong for the moment, right forever. Okay? Wrong for the moment, right forever, right? So I'm saying personally in this video, this was me having a conversation with you guys 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I said, bro, they're getting desperate. Nobody's believing the lies. Nobody's believing the psyops. Nobody's believing the false flag operations. It doesn't exist to us anymore. We are desensitized to too much bullshit. This is what happens when people get desensitized by massive killings and massive amounts of death. We get desensitized, and then we start looking at it from a logical standpoint because all of our emotions is gone. We don't have time for emotions. We only have time for emotions when we have time to ourselves. When do we really have time to ourselves? Disregarding work and all of this, right? You have work, you have things that you got to take care of. You got to go buy groceries. You got to worry about how much money you're going to be getting next week because you need to make sure that you have your bills paid. And bills are expensive as fuck. You can't even get a house. You gotta live in a fucking apartment. You can't live the American dream that doesn't exist anymore. And it quite frankly never existed in my opinion, but that's just a take. Right? And I'm gonna leave that at that. But what I'm trying to say is that they're getting desperate, so they're gonna start doing a lot more shit over time just to try to earn them emotional points back that has already left and departed. It doesn't even exist anymore. You think anybody feel bad for Israel after they done what they done to Palestinians, bro? Realistically, you think that this is going to be acceptable in the next 5 to 10 years? Yes, they might wipe out the whole shit. And they might pull a Samson's option on us. But that's really just how it goes, bro, because niggas are allowing it. Corrupt politicians sucking dick instead of standing up and being a person of morality. But I can't even tell y'all that our presidents are supposed to be moral. Our politicians are supposed to be moral. When they earn generational wealth off of not being moral. They earn their money off of mysticism and sacrilegion and sacrifice. Sacrifices of people that don't even know that they're being sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? Being a part of some type of, weird operation that gets you going and then gets you gone just for them to exchange that energy for more time above the masses. That's exactly what it is. Are these people that are actually dying, or are these people that's going to be a part of some type of ritual that they don't even know that they're a part of? Like, when people talk about, the 9+2, I think in my mind, did these people actually was up in there not knowing what was going to happen? Or they decided or didn't decide to stay in there, right? And I can't say. I wasn't there, I don't know, right? But when you look at things like this, there's intentionality behind it, right? You barely see stuff insanely, vulgar on the internet, right? Unless you're really looking for it, right? When Charlie Kirk supposedly died, bro neck code was all over the place, bro. His neck code was all over the place like a porn star that just dropped the new OnlyFans. But holes everywhere. The hole was everywhere. I could see it on Twitter. I could see it on Instagram. I could see it damn near on YouTube. I could see it on motherfucking Reddit. Reddit is crazy. I don't know about Reddit. You feel me? I could see this shit on Discord. I could see that, bro. Charlie Kirk, it's all over the place with his neck hole. With his neck hole all over the place. And you can't tell me that that's not some type of way to get me feeling emotional about it, or the people that feel emotional about this specific person that was in a high-ranking operation that's going to get them killed anyways. When you think about people that are in high-ranking positions, bro, you have to sacrifice yourself at some point. You have to do some shit that puts you in some type of hole that you can't get yourself out of, right? That's impossible to get yourself out of, and that the masses won't agree with. They will cancel you into death. I mean, cancellation doesn't matter to people who are already millionaires and billionaires. It doesn't make a difference, right? But public perception does play a big role. I'm not saying that it does play a major role, but it's one of the, key parts of people staying in power. Even though they choose who they want to stay in power anyways, right? And I know that y'all are going to say that this was just a conspiracy theory from me from 2 months ago, right? And now I'm going to predict something else just for you. Next year, they're going to do something insanely crazy and blame it on Islam. Blame it on the Muslims. Blame it on the Chinese. Blame it on whatever. Blame it on the Venezuelans. Blame it on the people that they want to extract resources from, or trying to relocate to. So they're trying to start as many wars as possible before they might have to get kicked out of Palestine, because Israel is not a state and it does not deserve to exist. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It does not deserve to exist. It never existed. How are we gonna advocate for something existing when it never existed? This is a new thing. This shit is new as fuck, right? So when you really think about it, this is all ritualistic type of approaches, right? X, Y, and Z did. This person did this. This person shot this person. We can't find the person. The person is impossible to find. With this much heavy surveillance, you can't find a person in 6 hours? And I had seen a video of the dude that was shooting in Sydney, bro. That nigga is a trained sniper. He was pulling that motherfucking bolt like he knew what he was doing. That was MOSSAD agent work right there. Realistically, Erica Kirk is a fucking agent too. But that's the way that I see it. That I predicted the next play. I gave you another next play in this gym. I give you another 2 months. We could extend it all the way out to March, right? But that's the time of growing. That's the time of spring. Not really, but you know what I'm saying? So when you think about it from that certain perspective, it's impossible for you to look at things with a heart anymore. It's impossible for you to look at things with full emotion anymore. You can't say, "Oh, that's fucked up." Like, you gotta really think now. Like, is these people actually dead, or are they just saying that it's dead, that they did? Is this all an act? Is this all fake, or is this a ritual? Because you using esoteric knowledge and using blood sacrifice for you to get the things that you want. You have a pact with the devil, or you have a pact with some type of deity that you come in contact with that deliver you things that you want, because you sacrifice energy. You sacrifice blood energy for it. You sacrifice people for it, right? So when you think about it, these are mass rituals. These are mass rituals, in my opinion. You can say that I'm wrong. Cool. I think that these are mass ritual sacrifices, and if there's people that passed away and they throw all of the heart notes on it and be like, a 3-year-old died. Just like how they said when they was burning babies. Nobody was fucking burning babies. They be lying. And y'all be eating that shit up. They burning babies. Oh no. And now look at Palestine. The shit is fucking destroyed. Now look at Iraq. Now look at the Middle East. Because the United States and Israel want to start inside operations against their own citizens as ritualistic performances to appeal to the deity that they're giving blood sacrifice to, so they could get the things that they want in return. And I know that y'all gonna look at me like, bro, what is bro talking about? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's wild, right? But when you think about it, these two places are the most ritualistic places on the planet, and that's why they own all of the stuff that they own. That's why they have the dominion over the things that they have dominion over. is because they're practicing mysticism. They're practicing blood sacrifice. They only have power from things that's out of this world. You be like, damn, how did these people never fall out of power? Because they sacrificed your brother. Duh. You know how free that is? They only see this from here. They're not in it like how we're in it. They're looking at it from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? They just looking at it from a distance. They don't have to be in the shit. They don't gotta be in the building when they blow that bitch up. When they demolish it. They don't gotta be in there. They don't even care. You feel me? They don't care when they shoot all them. They send out their agents to go shoot up all of these people to have some type of energy to going towards it. Energy is a field, and you can transfer it. You feel me? And these people capitalize and eat off of it. You know how people be rage baiting? And they feed off the rage baiting, bro? That's exactly what it is. These people are evil, and they feed off of people feeling fucked up about shit. They feed off of sadness and sorrow. They feed off of fear. That's their thing. Real life demons, bro. These people is not normal people. These people is reptilians. It's either that they're reptilians or that they're demons. It don't make no difference. These people see you as nothing. These people see you as shadow. These people see you like 3/5. And you could be a white person. They're gonna still see you the same as if you're a normal citizen and you have nothing to give to the system. They don't give a fuck about you. You can die with the rest of us. Realistically. But I know that y'all won't catch on to that. Y'all won't catch on to that. The people that you think that are so pro you are really trying to sacrifice you so they could get things that are unworldly. Things out of this world. Things that can't fulfill that hole that's so deep. All of this money still can't fulfill that hole because you sold your soul to the devil. Or you gave up your daughter to be X, Y, and Z. Or you gave up your son to be, your first son became your first daughter. Because you sacrificed it. That shit hurt you. But you feel like the money could fill it up. So you keep on spending. You keep on going. You keep on making more money. But you still ain't gonna feel that hole in your body because you feel like you sold out your people. And you did. You did. You sacrificed somebody at some point to get somewhere in there. But who am I to say? You know, I called it 2 months ago. I said their next play is going to be a false flag operation, and here we are. Y'all need to start looking alive. Y'all need to start paying attention to shit like this. Y'all need to fucking wake up, man. Y'all see this pattern recognition, bro. This shit is a pattern. You need to realize that this shit is a pattern, and this shit happen all the fucking time. It's not unexpected. It's something that's supposed... This is all planned. This shit is planned. You might have a one-off every other year. Maybe. At that. And these people are actors, bro. These people are actors, bro. These people are acting. At least that's the way I see it. It's either that they're acting or they're being sacrificed for ritual. There's no in-between when it comes to big shit like that. There's no in-between when it comes to big shit like that. And it's either that they're trying to start something or keep something. Keep the power and the dominion over the masses, or I'm going to give you this specific person so I could start something. So I could start a war with another country. So I could start a war with some type of religion. So I could steal all of their resources and make them slaves just like everybody else that work. But anyways, J.H.M, the J.H.M podcast. I appreciate you guys for watching. It's your boy J.H.M, and it's the podcast, and we're out.